Hi guys, my name's Kat. I'm in the culinary program at KVCC and I'm going to show you how to make apple pie today. Alright, so apple pie, I like to start with the crust first because it needs to rest in the oven for about an hour. So we're going to take a stainless steel bowl. I have 300 grams of AP flour here, all-purpose flour. I'm going to add it to the bowl. And then I have 226 grams of unsalted butter, cubed up. I'm gonna toss that in there. And I like to make sure that the butter is really cold before I put it in. It's nice to work with everything being cold. So if you want, you can stick your ingredients in the fridge before you start. So we're gonna coat the butter in the flour. And then I like to take a pastry cutter and make the butter into around like a half size of a pecan, half, like that size is what I'm going for. And you can use your hands for this as well, but my hands run pretty hot, so I don't want to melt the butter. So do this until we get the size that we want. And if you like your crust a little bit mealier, you can make the butter into smaller pieces and it's easier to work with. But if you want a flaky, buttery crust, you want to keep your butter a little bit bigger. All right, getting there. All right, get all that in there. All right, and then you're gonna make a well in the middle. And then you're gonna take a half a cup of ice cold water and add it little by little. So I'm gonna add a little bit, kind of like pasta. You're gonna try to get it to come together, but not too much. You want it to just be able to be like a ball. So I want more water here. Work it. You don't wanna add too much, it'll make your dough tough. And you don't wanna work it too much because that will also make your dough tough. Use both hands here. Want it to just stick together. See, I think I need a little bit more water just to get the sides here. All right. This is feeling pretty good to me, so I try to get the wet dough and like stick it to the sides, get all the good stuff here. And then you're gonna split it into two, and then you're gonna let it rest in the fridge for at least an hour. I like to have mine set for 24 hours, but if you're in a rush, you can set it in there for an hour. All right, so I'm gonna bring this to the fridge. So I prepped these yesterday, so they have been in the fridge for 24 hours. So I got a top and a bottom layer. We're actually gonna put these to the side for now. We're gonna wait to roll that out and we're gonna work on the filling. So here I have 3 to 4 large Granny Smith apples. I've cut into eighths and peeled. They're sitting in water right now so that they don't turn brown and oxidize. So I'm gonna drain that out real quick. All right, I left that, dump it in the bowl here. And now we're gonna season our apples. So here I have three teaspoons of apple pie mix, which is cinnamon, allspice, and nutmeg. And then I have 3 tablespoons of flour and 3 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm gonna add that to the bowl. Toss that around. Get our apples all nice and coated. All right, now we'll put this to the side. I'm gonna grab another glove. Just one hand. Oops. All right, so we're gonna take our first dough. I have some dusting flour here, just to make sure that my dough doesn't stick. I'm gonna take this, my first one, and unwrap it. And when I do put these away in the fridge to rest, I like to put them, make them into a circle, so that it's easier for me when I roll it out. I'm not fighting with the shape as much. So here we're gonna take your rolling pin, get it floured up. We're just gonna slowly try to make the shape that we're going for here. We had a 9-inch pie pan, so I'm considering that. So once it starts to stick to the bottom a little, I'll flip it over, roll it around, rolling. And I like to get like a little bit larger than the pan, so like maybe 10 inches circumference. Let's see here. See how you can see the patches of butter in here. That's gonna be a nice flaky crust. All right. So I'm gonna transfer my crust here. Sometimes I'll fold it over, but don't have to. So we have our base layer here. Perfect. And now we can add the apples to that. All right. And before we add our top layer of crust, you want to add, so I got 2 tablespoons around of butter here cut into little pads. It combines with the flour inside the pie, and that's what creates like a little roux. So that's going to give you your like stable pie. It's not going to be watery or runny. So I like to arrange them just all around, make sure every little spot gets some butter. All right. We're going to take our second pie dough, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take it, some flour, roll it out to around 10 inches, the same kind of. Oops, I want to make sure I have enough flour. Whoop. Make a little more. There we go. Flip it. All right. And when you do put the top on, you want to put a couple slits in the top so your pie doesn't explode. I've had that happen to me a couple times. So here we go. We're gonna place that on top. All right, and then I like to just press around the edges, see what I got for extra. And then I like crust, so I don't really like to get rid of it. If there's like extra like this, I'll tuck it underneath. Tuck it. And it's okay if a little bit of apple sticks out. It's just a hole for you, so. There you go. Yeah. And then if you want to make it look really nice, do the little finger trick. So I got my glove on, but I got 2 fingers. You just go around like this, the classic pie shape here. Oops, I'm shaking. All right. Get a little confused on the end there. There we go. All right. So I want to take my paring knife. I do like 5 little slits. And then you're going to take an egg wash. Brush the top. I like a nice thick egg wash. So it gets nice and golden brown. Get all the crusty. There we go. All right. And now if you have a regular, not a convection oven, I have it at 350 and bake for around 45 minutes to an hour. I check at 45 minutes, and I like to make sure that the filling is bubbling. That's how you really know. So we're going to stick this in the oven. All right. And just like that. we have a homemade apple pie with butter crust.